Dear friends, there is a teacher in Hanoi, North Vietnam, who used to come to Plum Village and practice. She had cancer. Her name is Sister Dan Nguyen. She originally she came from My Root Temple, because a monk from My Root Temple in Hue went to the north and set up a temple, and she was a great-grandchild of that teacher. So she found out that she belonged to the Từ Hiếu Temple, so she came to France in order to meet Thầy. After that, she found out that she had cancer, and one day she said that I want to go to France and spend 3 months of practice. And after that, I will go back to Hanoi and die. And she accepted death. But she wanted to spend her 3 months in Plum Village, enjoy walking, sitting with Thầy and the Sangha. And that's why when she came, other sisters advised her to go to Bordeaux and see a doctor. She said, no, I don't need to see a doctor. I have accepted my death. I only want to spend all my time to be with you in Plum Village. And during these 3 months, she enjoyed sitting, walking with all of us. And she felt we saw her very healthy. And before she went back to Hanoi to die, the sisters in the upper hamlet urged her to go to a doctor. Just to have a look. And she agreed, and she went to the doctor. And the doctor found out that all the metastases had returned to one place. She was healthy after 3 months of practice, with joy, no fear, acceptance. So she continued to live for many, many years after that. 19 years, Sister Teng Khang remind us. Almost 20 years. And she's very faithful. She's very eager to share the practice of Plum Village to the people in Hanoi, in Vietnam. Because we are still a communist country, it's difficult for us to organize retreats and practice like this. When a retreat is organized, many thousand people come, and they don't like that, especially young people. So during Thay's visit in Vietnam, we were authorized to have some retreats. And each retreat for young people was attended by more than 5,000 people. And the party and the government didn't like that. They cannot control. People are so young, enthusiastic. And Sister Dan Nguyen, she built a stupa, a pagoda, a kind of memorial in her temple for Thầy. Because in our tradition, every teacher should be honored by a pagoda, a temple, a stupa. And when I went to Hanoi for the first time in 2005, the stupa was already built. And I told her that Thầy does not need a stupa. Thầy doesn't like to sit in a stupa. He wants to be everywhere. But I have already built one for you, dear Thầy. And they said, in that case, you have to make an inscription in the front of the stupa. And you have to say, I'm not in here. I'm not in here. And that is the fact. If you incinerate my body, you make some ashes and you put in a small pot and put it. It's not me. I don't like to be in there. Outside is so beautiful. But if people don't understand, you have to add another sentence. I'm not out there either. If you look for me inside, you don't see, and you go and look outside, you cannot see me either. And if they still don't understand, you have to add a third sentence. There is nothing inside, there is nothing outside. And the third is, if there is nothing, it must be found on your way of breathing and walking. If there is anything, that should be found in your way of breathing and walking. So dear friends, if you want to be with Thầy, if you want to see Thei's continuation, the surest place is in you. Your way of breathing, your way of walking, prove that Thầy is in you. And you are a real continuation of Thầy. The way Jesus Christ received the bread and break it and share it, they recognize that it is Jesus, and not his body, his feelings, his perceptions. So the way the Buddha received the bread, break the bread and share the bread, make you recognize him as a living reality. So Thầy care very much about his continuation body. And if you really want to care for that, and then the surest place to look for Thầy is in your way of breathing. If you breathe in and out and you find peace and happiness and fulfillment, you know that Thầy is always with you. And when you walk from the parking lot to your office, and if you feel joy, fulfillment, happiness, Thầy is always walking with you. And you should wish Thầy a happy, beautiful continuation body. And you are that body. This is what we want to remind you as we are on our last day of the retreat. After this, you have the time to walk together and sit around the lotus pond. There are already blooming lotus flowers. And when we go home to our city, to our country, we continue this kind of practice. We set up a Sangha if we don't have one already, and we are the true continuation of the Buddha. This is a happy moment, and we should be able to make that happy moment last. Thank you very much.